Okay, so it's still November 8th. I've gone and put the seat pieces in, basically done the final fitting with all of these. This is the forward one, which will have the hole needs to be cut out for the mast, and then I'll put another one of these ports in here so I can access the space underneath that. But I'm waiting for the tube to come in that I'm going to use to put the mast through first. Before I glue this one down. So this one I'm not gluing down today, plus I've got to do the mast step and everything underneath it, but the rest of them I can do, so you can see how it looks with all these in here. And so what I did on all of these here in this space is I raised them all up 4 inches above where the original design was. And the reason for that was so that they'd be well up above the water line. So if I capsize this and flip it back upright again, all the water will easily, this basically will, come up out of the water all on its own. Any water that's in here will shed off and go into this footwell, which I can then pump out very easily. So gobs of buoyancy there. And then, once these are all epoxied and everything into place, this thing's just, it's already really, really strong with all of the stringers underneath this. But once these are all glued and epoxied into place, this thing is going to be just amazingly strong. So getting better all the time. So it gives me different view. Come down this way. So the idea is to build a little cabin space on here. So the cabin will come up from here. A nice curve to it, from basically just a little bit behind, 3 or 4 inches behind this station here, this frame. The cabin side, will come up from here and come over and down this side, and it'll go up to this bulkhead up here with this small rectangular hole cut in it. So up here, the front of it will be about like that big, and then back here it'll be significantly higher. And that accomplishes a few things. So number one, I can sleep in this space. So this is about 6.5 feet from here to that bulkhead there where the mast will be going through. So I can lay here, my feet can easily fit through there, lay down in here in a sleeping bag and be fully covered, fully under a little roof, so shedding off rain and that kind of thing. On this side of the cabin, I'm going to basically leave have a solid wall with a larger version of these little doors in it. So basically be able to open a little door, stuff materials or things or storage or whatever back in that space, back in there. And then on this side here, the doorway, be a little opening kind of like this in this space, and I am going to put like a little threshold going across here where the front of the cabin is, or the aft end of the cabin is, just to keep any water from going this way. So if I'm sleeping up at the bow is a little heavier because I'm up there, and it's raining out here in the cockpit, I don't want all that water running up into the bow space there. So I'll put a little sort of dam here. So basically this will be like a wall in this space with a curved roof for the cabin and everything, and I'll be able to crawl through that into this space here, store stuff way up here, up forward, park stuff in this little space over here on the side, and then also open this door on this bit and put stuff in there. This will, another little storage space. So, the lightweight stuff, sleeping bags, clothing, this would be a great little clothing locker to put stuff so that if I need a windbreaker or foul weather gear or something, or an extra sweater or hat, I can just, open up and grab that in there. The other heavier storage things like water, drinking water, things like that, those water bottles and stuff I'll put down inside, like these hatches or these ones here. So keep the heavy stuff here, possibly store some stuff in there. And then stuff when I'm basically sailing it on a trip or whatever, and I'm hanging out, sitting in this space or sitting here in this space, I can access food or drinks and stuff like that through these openings here. I can leave them there, or I can put stuff back in this storage compartments back here. So just storage everywhere. It's just fantastic as far as room to put things. In addition to that, I'm going to put along here a backrest or combing coming along here, and that will feed into the basically into the front of the cabin, you know, here. So basically this will be a backrest this side and that side, and then this will be covered with the deck. And since this edge of this plywood here will all be sealed against the hull there, all be tabbed in with cloth and epoxy, essentially I will have also little storage, watertight storage spaces here and here, and the same thing over on that side. So I'm going to probably put like 6-inch inspection port things like this, deck plates, on the front facing side of these spaces, so that I can unscrew those and, you know, throw some, you know, supplies, binoculars, signaling, emergency signaling things, stuff like that that you want to have ready to hand, can be in those two storage spaces there. This also creates a lot more buoyancy. So if I was to capsize this, not only would the, you know, the mast, the carbon fiber mast, I intend to put like pool noodles or something in there so that they don't flood. So the boat really will not want to flip over all the way. Plus, if I've got the centerboard pinned in the right position, that'll be also leveraged to bring the boat, you know, back upright again. And when it comes upright, because this here is all sealed, there should be very little water that's actually, you know, that actually gets into here, because it's got to come, you know, this will all be buoyant here. The combing will come up about 4 or 5 inches above the deck all along here, so it'll be relatively difficult for that water to get in there. There will be some, but not, hopefully not very much, and then relatively easy to just pump it back out, and the thing will be, you know, or just open up a, you know, automatic baler on the bottom, just let the water drain out. If I'm moving along, it'll you open up these little automatic baler things, and it's like it creates like a siphon. It just sucks the water out as you're sailing along. So very easily self-rescuable. There's, you know, 12 of these major watertight compartments plus these 2 on the side over here. So, you know, 16 watertight compartments on this boat, which is pretty remarkable. Yeah, should be really good. Also, so when I put the cover on this centerboard trunk, I'll set it up so I can put a rowing seat on here with a set of oars that will be attached to the, you know, oar locks that can be attached to the combing out here to the, you know, top of the backrest things, so I can sit there and row it. I'm just kind of out the sides and get like a different perspective on it. It's looking pretty serious.